Alright, peace, 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 peace. Katrina, welcome. So this is going to be reading. And so yeah, I'm more than happy to do this reading for you. And without further ado, let's definitely jump into it. Alright, so first and foremost, you're a Taurus, right? And I don't know if you knew this, but your moon is in Aries, meaning you also have Aries qualities and attributes, but the Aries qualities and attributes are more inclined and deal with how it is that you deal with life on a personal level. Meanwhile, the Sun more deals and inclines with what it is that you, in a sense, express out into the world. It's a constant energy, right? Your sun sign is a constant energy. Meanwhile, your moon sign, it continuously changes. And so, to give an example of what I mean by this, with your sun being in Taurus, right, individualistically, you identify with Taurian things. So you're very driven and enjoy money, stability, material security of all forms, expression of yourself through money, you feel what I'm saying? But also sensuality. You're pretty practical, industrious, worldly. When I say industrious, I mean inclined towards work and jobs and things like that. But then it's like with your moon, right? As you go through life, the experiences you endure tend to be very, not so much the opposite of your moon, which is stable, but very energetic and bestow upon you a tremendous amount of energy and stimulation. So this can even look like growing up in a household where it may have been primarily masculine dominated, right? Even though with your sun being in Taurus, it shows that, okay, interesting. With your sun being in Taurus, right, it shows that the mother would be the most dominant influence. But then this energy is altered because your Venus is in Aries and Venus rules Taurus. So even the mother, even if she was dominant, she may have been a little more masculine than in her feminine. You feel what I'm saying? But this should just be looking at your chart and looking at the certain energies, which there are a lot of, so I'm just glimpsing over it. But what we're going to be doing is talking about the eclipse, right, and how the eclipse is going to be impacting you. All right, so first things first, your sun is 28 degrees Taurus. So with your sun being 28 degrees Taurus, this eclipse, this lunar eclipse that's going to be taking place on October 14th, is going to be squaring your sun. And so what this means is that what this energy is going to bring to you is, in a sense, certain obstacles dealing with your identity and how you see yourself, and in a sense, so the eclipse energy, right, deals with the past, and it deals with energies from the past that you have yet to grow through and overcome, right? Not grow through and overcome, but yeah, grow through, but not per se well, technically, grow through and overcome, but more so energies from your past that you haven't brought closure to, that there are still lessons for you to learn there. And so what the eclipse does for a 6-month period, right, because its effects are 6 months to a year, but typically 6 months, it kind of tailors the experiences you have through that energy. And so one thing that is going to be prominent is a change in identity, but brought forth through obstacles. And these obstacles that are going to assist you in changing your identity deal with your past, right? And certain past experiences you had, maybe certain ways you used to see yourself that you can no longer see yourself because it's not serviceful for the life that you want to strive towards, the path you have chosen to walk towards. right? And so learning how to dissolve and let go. Maybe certain stubborn qualities, who knows, you feel what I'm saying? Maybe certain fixed habits may need to be dissolved. See, both Taurus and Libra are Venetian. But Taurus is a sign that deals with being comfortable where you are and with what you have. All the fixed signs typically tend to struggle with changing and altering, whether it's their location, their attitude, their way of thinking, their mind. You feel what I'm saying? And with you having that moon in Aries, you may be a little bit more flexible, a little bit more inclined towards having an ability to change. Right? Change may come a lot, but there are nevertheless certain things you hold on to and fixate. It's the type energy where it's like your change is more internal than external. So it's like you may even be going through a tremendous amount of changes, but people physically may not be able to see, but internally, right, within your mind, your heart, etc., all these changes are taking place. So with the Sun in Taurus, Moon in Aries, I can explain like that. Now, Libra, right, because I was talking about Taurus and Libra. Libra is a sign that deals with motion, it deals with moving, right? But then Taurus is a sign that's very stagnant, stationary, right? It's stubborn, right? It's fixed rock. Fixed earth, meaning it doesn't budge. They can be cold, emotionless at times. Very practical, very grounded to earth. Prefer things that work. So habitual creatures, type energy. But Libra, they're more inclined towards change and going towards new experiences, especially when it comes to social life, you feel what I'm saying? And so there may be certain people that may be coming into your life that may be challenging you, and in a way that they're wanting you to change, but it may be uncomfortable. It may place certain obstacles, you feel what I'm saying? Because they may want you to change certain things that may be deeply ingrained within your psyche, right? Because you've reinforced it so many times through habit. But yeah, that's what I see. Change coming, and this change may not even be people. It may even be like experiences from the past, dealing with people. So maybe be like, I want to say memories of people, but actually I do see certain relationships, you feel what I'm saying, coming forth that you may have put to rest. Yeah. But ultimately, though, you also have like Pluto conjuncting this aspect, right? Pluto is the lunar eclipse is going to be conjuncting your Pluto, and it's going to be, it's going to be making a harmonious aspect to your Neptune. All right. So with your Neptune, 26 degree. So with Pluto, it's an indication that with Neptune and Pluto, it's an indication that these changes that are about to happen, they're going to deal more so with your internal world. They're going to deal with a spiritual theme, you feel what I'm saying? Maybe your imagination is going to be more vivid, and you're going to start to tap in more into like the spirit realm and the astral realm, you feel what I'm saying? And kind of just gain greater awarenesses of that. And then with Pluto being in Libra, it's an indication that it's an indication of like just deep internal transformations about to take place. You feel what I'm saying? But yeah, this is pretty much a mini reading, so I would say that pretty much concludes it. Now, I would love to help you by giving you a birth chart reading. And so this was more of a transit reading about, what's happening in the sky right now. But what the birth chart reading does is it helps you gain an awareness of the energies you came into this life with at birth. And the reason why you want to know this is because when you have that understanding, you know how to move in life in your highest alignment. You feel what I'm saying? You're no longer, in a sense, subject, right, to the waves of life, right? But you can kind of look at it like this. Right, in life, we are continuously tormented by our environment, right? And so we have a physical environment, but there's also an astral environment, you know what I'm saying? And so the astral environment, its influence is more on your mind rather than on your body. So your physical environment imposes restrictions and challenges that then go on to force you to do things like get shelter, get a blanket if it's cold, start a fire, things like that. But the mental influences, which your birth chart will help you understand, more so deal with your character, you feel what I'm saying? They influence how it is that you express yourself in this world, how it is that your consciousness, right, I should say, is present in this world, the energies that you attract to you. It helps you gain better awareness of like certain weaknesses and certain strengths that you can work on, you feel what I'm saying? And so astrology, it's a science that's been around for centuries. It's one of those sciences that's very, very ancient, you feel what I'm saying? Throughout the ages, people have used astrology to gain a better understanding of themselves, and it's been a continuous theme of, master teachers, philosophers, etc., telling people to learn astrology so that they can know thyself, So it's definitely a wonderful tool. And so when it comes to my readings, I do like to keep them very reasonable. So I only charge $50, it's an hour long, and I highly recommend it. Like the best thing that can happen here is you do invest in yourself, right? And then you gain the knowledge and information, and then you have better awareness of your paradigm, of why you move the way you move, and then you start to work, on yourself, you feel what I'm saying? Because that's the whole point of astrology, so you can start working on yourself. The worst thing that can happen is I'm bullshitting you, right? And this is a lie, and you lose $50. Now, you won't go poor, or I don't think you would be affected tremendously if that does happen. But just comparing and contrasting the scenarios, I would highly recommend it. Definitely, I have helped so many people, and the way that I work is it's reoccurring work with me, so a lot of people, do the whole program, and they do all of the sessions with me. A lot of them do, and it's because they come back because it's genuinely helping them. So yeah, I do hope that you choose to work with me, and yeah, I definitely look forward to hearing from you. And I also would look forward to hearing your thoughts on this influence. All right, peace.